Hey, happy stampers! I came across something I thought would be really fun to share with you. I posted this card on Split Coast yesterday and had somebody ask me to give them instructions, and I thought what better way to do it than with a little video, so that's what I'm doing for you today. I'm sure several of you have seen these great little hinged cards popping up on people's blogs and their galleries all over the net. So I'm going to show you how to make one. What you're going to need first is a base piece, and this is your regular A2 size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock. You may want to start with something a little bit lighter because this is going to be the inside of your card, so if you're going to want to write or put a sentiment or an image on the inside, you'll want something lighter so that the writing will show up. So that's your base piece. And then for the bottom half of your hinged piece, this piece right here is 4 1/4 by 3 3/4 from top to bottom right here. That's the size before I've used my border punch right here on the edge to add that border trim. So then you punch it out or do whatever. You can leave it straight, you can punch it with a border, you can rough up the edges, you could sponge them, let your creativity go a little bit crazy. Then to add this accent piece, this piece right here is 1 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I did that so that I would have a little bit of extra room right here so that I could use my adhesive and have a place to put it so that it would stick. So then I take that extra little border piece and I slide it underneath the bottom half of my card right here. Oops. And I bring it down just enough so that you can see that extra color peek through to give you that nice double border effect. So that is the bottom half. And then for the top half of your card, this is the piece that actually hinges. This piece of cardstock right here is 4 1/4 by 3 inches from top to bottom, and I don't know if you can see from the detail, but I've actually already run this through the Cuttlebug. Stamp on it, do whatever, emboss on it, do whatever makes the card complete for you. And then you take your two pieces and you line them up on your bottom A2 piece so that they're nice and straight. And then this is where the hinge part comes in. Once you get this all lined up nice, then I'm using a 1/16 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch a hole, if I can get it in there. Oh, good grief. Okay, here we go. Punch a hole where I'm going to put my hinge, and then that's where I put my brad through. Now the first time I did this I was thinking, gosh, I don't want to poke that brad all the way through from front to back because I don't like brad poking out on the back of my projects. So I did it through the top two layers only at first, but then that left this side kind of hanging apart from the other side, and it didn't look as good. So I found a way that I'm going to show you in a minute to hide that brad on the back so that it looks good. So now I've got my hinge part put together here, whoops, like that, so you can see that. So then you're going to take your adhesive again, so you turn over that top piece like this, and you're only going to tape the parts that you can see so that the card will still be able to swing, the hinge will be able to swing on it. So I've made a bit of a box with my adhesive, and then I'll swing this back around here. There we go. And I just tape that down like that, so the bottom half will stay in place, and now I've got my hinge in place. Now depending on the image you use, for my image right here, this base piece I cut to 2 3/4 by 2 1/2, and then the craft piece on top is 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. You can make squares, you can make ovals, circles, whatever it is that you want to add to your hinge. This is the piece that's going to go in front of your bottom layer. So I kind of came across this little thing I taught myself how to do. I like to think I thought it up. I probably didn't, but it makes me feel good to think I did. Anyway, I have a lot of border punches and I really like them a lot, and I have been taking my border punch and using it as a corner punch. I take the corner of my cardstock and I line it up in the middle of my punch right there, and then I just pop out that, and then I've got this great little accent that will match my trim, as you can see here. And I also use that same border punch again on the inside right here, as you can see in the corner, to just kind of tie it all together. Now, I promised I was going to show you what I did about the brad, because I didn't like it sticking out on the back of my card. So flip it over. I made that same great 2-layered border again and just stuck it right over the top of the right hand side of my card. Covers up the brad, gives you plenty of space to write, and it gives it a nice finished look. So there you have it, hinged card. I can guarantee you once you make one you're going to want to make more because they're lots of fun. Have a great day!